all I'm going to show here is how to really quickly put in a piece of furniture with a pose on it. So the first thing that we're going to do is just pull a chair into our game. I have made a variety of chair voxel objects, so here's one. It's a nice little red chair. Then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to make this object networked. And that's because I want the script that I'm going to put on it to be making it so that everybody can see that someone's using the chair. The script is basically listening for that. So now I'm going to add the script. The script is already up here. It's called Pose Player, but it's by Boo Radley. So if we just search it, you can see there's a couple. We just want the regular Pose Player is fine. So we'll select that. Now, most of the options here that you have on this script, this is just the script properties, you won't need to change. We're just gonna pick a sit. This is a clapping sit, that's fine. This drop down can let the seat work for NPCs or players. You can leave it on both if you don't have any NPCs that would be able to sit in it anyway. We don't need to change the leave pose animation. We don't need anything like that. So we are gonna uncheck hide while in use. That would make the chair vanish when you sat in it, which is useful if you're making like sort of a pose ball type thing where it's an object that you click on that puts the player in a pose, but you don't want to show that object anymore. So for example, it could be an icon that would let your player dance when they stood in a spot or something like that. So we'll uncheck that because we don't actually want to hide it. And then the other thing that I know will cause a trouble is if my character sat in this chair and then tried to get up, they'd be standing in the middle of the chair's collision and they'd get stuck. So I am going to need some kind of leave pose player offset. I'm going to pop them up in the air because that's just sort of an easy solution. So I'll just move them up by 50. But if I move them forward on the Z axis, this one here, that would make them stand in front of the chair. So it's kind of up to you. All right, let's just test and see what that gave us. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm sitting in the chair, and when I stand up, it's just popping me on top of it here. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to change my chair's collision. This is just you don't need to do this. I just think it would look a little better. So I'm going to make it so that you can't stand on the back of the chair anymore. You can only stand on the seat. You see I changed it to a box collider, and then I use this slider to make the box shorter. So now the collision only goes to here. To the seat. I could actually probably go up a little bit more than that, something like that. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is the person was sitting sort of inside the chair, and that's not quite what I want. So I'm not sure what the value should be, but in the player offset section, I'm going to just move them up by a little bit. So let's hit play and go test our chair again. So that's pretty good. Too high though. Okay, so there I'm sitting in my seat in my pose, and when I stand up, I just hop in the air and then I'm just standing on the seat. So that works fine. My chair is good. Okay, so hopefully that helps you.